The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over the shimmering waves of the ocean, each crest sparkling like a million tiny diamonds. The rhythmic sound of the surf provided a soothing backdrop as Lena and Jake walked along the sandy beach, their bare feet sinking into the warm grains. Laughter bubbled between them, a sound filled with the joy of freedom from the academic pressures that had consumed their lives for so long. With college behind them, they felt as if the weight of the world had been lifted, allowing them to breathe deeply and fully for the first time in years. The beach was dotted with vibrant umbrellas and families enjoying the summer sun, but Lena and Jake were in their own world. They had spent countless hours apart, and this vacation was a chance to reconnect as siblings. With the sun setting and painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, they decided to take a break from the crowds, wandering down to a more secluded part of the beach. As they settled onto a soft patch of sand, Lena's gaze drifted to the horizon, where the sun dipped lower, casting a fiery glow across the water. Jake, noticing her contemplative expression, turned to her, a playful smile on his lips. "You know, you look like you're in a painting right now," he teased, his voice light and teasing. Lena laughed, brushing her hair back from her face. "And you look like a dork." Their playful banter flowed easily, a natural rhythm that had always existed between them. But tonight, there was an undercurrent of something deeper, a tension that neither had acknowledged yet. As dusk fell one evening, the beach transformed into a realm painted with hues of orange and purple, casting a soft glow around Lena and Jake. The air between them thickened with an unspoken tension, a current pulling them closer as they stood on the shore, waves lapping gently at their feet. In this intimate setting, Jake's hand instinctively reached out to tuck a loose strand of hair behind Lena's ear, his fingers lingering against her skin. The simple gesture sent a shiver down Lena's spine, and she found herself leaning into him, drawn by an invisible force. Their eyes locked, and in that moment, everything around them faded away, leaving only the two of them suspended in time. When their lips finally met, it was soft and hesitant, a gentle exploration of something new and exhilarating. Lena's eyes fluttered closed as she melted into the kiss, feeling Jake's warmth envelop her. The kiss deepened, a heady mix of innocence and desire, and they pulled back, breathless and shocked at the intensity of what had just transpired. "What was that?" Lena whispered, her voice shaky. I don't know," Jake admitted, his brow furrowed in confusion. "But it felt right." The admission hung in the air between them, pulsing with the weight of their newfound awareness. They spent the rest of the evening lost in conversation, the stars twinkling above them like a promise of endless possibilities. Lena couldn't shake the feeling that their relationship had shifted irrevocably, and as they talked, the line between sibling love and something deeper began to blur. With each shared glance and touch, they ventured further into uncharted territory, grappling with a longing that both thrilled and terrified them. Days passed, and the tension between them continued to simmer beneath the surface. They were acutely aware of the moments that lingered longer than necessary, the touches that sent electric shivers through their bodies. Lena found herself stealing glances at Jake, marveling at the way the sunlight caught the strands of his hair, how his laughter danced through the air like music. One afternoon, as they lounged on a blanket in the sand, Jake leaned in closer, his shoulder brushing against Lena's. They were watching the waves crash against the shore, but Lena could feel the heat radiating from him, pulling her in. Without thinking, she rested her head on his shoulder, a gesture that felt both comfortable and charged. Jake's arm wrapped around her, holding her against him, and Lena could feel the steady beat of his heart beneath her cheek. "Do you think we'll ever go back to how things were?" Jake asked suddenly, his voice low and contemplative. Lena hesitated, her mind racing. "I don't know if I want to," she admitted, her heart pounding. "What we have now, it feels different. Deeper." She looked up at him, her heart in her throat as she awaited his response. Jake's gaze was intense, his eyes searching hers for understanding. "I feel it too," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "But what does that mean for us?" Before Lena could reply, the sound of footsteps approached, breaking their moment. Emma, their mother, appeared on the horizon, her smile bright and welcoming. "Hey, lovebirds. How's it going?" she called, her playful tone lightening the mood. Lena and Jake exchanged a glance, the tension dissipating under Emma's presence. They quickly sat up, trying to act casual, but the air still crackled with the remnants of their conversation. Emma joined them, spreading her own towel and settling in beside them. The three of them spent the rest of the day laughing and sharing stories, but Lena couldn't shake the feeling that their secret was becoming harder to conceal. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in a fiery blend of oranges and reds, Lena and Jake found themselves alone again. The beach was quieter now, the sounds of waves crashing against the shore filling the silence between them. They walked along the water's edge, the cool surf lapping at their feet, and Lena felt the familiar pull towards Jake. "Do you think Mom suspects anything?" Jake asked, his voice laced with concern. Lena shrugged, her heart racing. "I don't know. I hope not. But, what if she does?" The possibility sent a wave of anxiety through her. Jake paused, turning to face her. "We can't keep pretending like nothing's changed, Lena. It's too hard." His eyes were filled with a mixture of determination and fear, and Lena could feel her own resolve wavering. "I know," she replied, her voice soft. "But what do we do? This isn't something we can just explain easily." As they stood there, the tension palpable, Jake took a step closer, his hand reaching out to cup her face. "We face it together," he said, his voice steady. "No matter what happens, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose you." In that moment, Lena felt a rush of emotion swell within her, and she leaned into his touch, their foreheads resting against each other. The world around them faded once more, leaving only the two of them and the unbreakable bond they shared. But just as their lips were about to meet again, the sound of footsteps echoed nearby. They pulled apart quickly, hearts racing, and turned to find Emma approaching with a worried expression. "Everything okay?" she asked, her brow furrowed in concern. Lena and Jake exchanged a glance, their hearts pounding in their chests. "Yeah, just talking," Jake replied, his voice casual, but with an edge of nervousness. Emma nodded, though Lena could see the flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. "All right, just checking. I'll be back in a few. Don't stay out too late." With that, she walked away, leaving them in a cocoon of unspoken words. The rest of the evening was filled with a mix of excitement and fear. Lena and Jake ventured further into their intimacy, sharing soft kisses and gentle caresses as they navigated the complexities of their evolving relationship. With each touch, they explored the depths of their feelings, the thrill of the unknown igniting a fire within them. But as the days passed, the weight of their secret began to take its toll. The air in the house felt heavy, filled with unspoken truths. Emma's loving smile was tinged with an underlying tension, and Lena could sense her mother's intuition at work. The moments they shared together felt charged, as if Emma knew more than she let on. One afternoon, Lena returned home to find Emma sitting on the porch, her expression serious. "We need to talk," she said, her voice steady. Lena's heart sank as she joined her mother, the weight of their secret pressing down on her. "About what?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I've noticed some changes between you and Jake," Emma began, her gaze piercing. "And I want to understand what's going on." Lena opened her mouth to respond, but the words caught in her throat. She could feel the heat rising in her cheeks, the truth threatening to spill out. "Lena, I know you both well enough to sense when something is off," Emma continued, her tone gentle yet firm. "You can talk to me. I won't judge you." Taking a deep breath, Lena finally found her voice. "Mom, it's complicated," she admitted, her heart pounding. "Jake and I, things have changed between us. It's not just sibling love anymore." Emma's expression softened, and she reached out to take Lena's hand. "I understand that love can be complicated," she said, her voice soothing. "But I need to know if this is something you both are willing to explore together. It's important to be honest about your feelings." Lena felt a wave of relief wash over her, the weight of secrecy lifting slightly. "We care about each other deeply," she confessed. "But it's scary. I don't want to lose our family. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable." Emma's eyes glistened with understanding. Love can take many forms, Lena. It's natural to feel confused about it. But I want you to be happy. Just promise me that you'll communicate openly with me and with each other. Lena nodded, tears welling in her eyes as she felt the weight of her mother's support. Thank you, Mom, she whispered, her heart swelling with gratitude. After their conversation, Lena felt a renewed sense of clarity. She sought out Jake, who was sitting on the beach, staring out at the waves. As she approached him, she could see the worry etched on his face. Hey, she said softly, sitting beside him. Did you talk to her? He asked, his voice laced with concern. Yeah, Lena replied, her heart racing. She knows something is going on. But she's supportive. She wants us to be happy. Jake let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding, relief washing over him. That's good. I was worried about how she'd react. I think we can be honest with her, Lena said, determination filling her voice. But we need to be ready for whatever comes next. Together, they watched the waves crash against the shore, their hands intertwined, a silent promise passing between them. They knew they were on the brink of something transformative, a journey that would test the limits of love and family. As the summer days rolled on, the three of them forged a new path together, navigating the complexities of love and family. Lena and Jake explored their relationship with passion and tenderness, each moment a celebration of the deep connection they had discovered. Emma remained their steadfast ally, providing support and understanding as they ventured into uncharted territory. One night, as they sat together on the porch, the moonlight spilling over them, Lena felt a sudden urge to bring Emma into their intimate world. Mom, she said, her voice barely above a whisper, can we talk about how we all feel? Emma looked at her, a mixture of curiosity and concern in her eyes. Of course, sweetheart. What's on your mind? With Jake's hand resting softly on her thigh, Lena took a deep breath. We've been exploring our feelings for each other, she admitted, her heart racing. And I think it's important for you to understand that we want you to be part of this too. Emma's expression shifted as she processed Lena's words. What do you mean? She asked, her tone cautious yet open. Lena exchanged a glance with Jake, and he nodded, encouraging her to continue. We want to create a bond that includes all of us, Lena explained. I believe that love isn't limited to just one form. We can support each other in ways that feel right. Emma's eyes softened, and she leaned closer, intrigued. You want a deeper connection among the three of us? She asked, her voice gentle. Jake spoke up, his tone earnest. We love you, Mom. We want you to be part of this journey with us. We understand it's unconventional, but our bond has grown, and we don't want to hide it. As the words hung in the air, Lena felt a rush of vulnerability, but also an overwhelming sense of hope. Emma regarded them both with understanding, her eyes glistening as she processed their confession. I appreciate your honesty, she said finally. Love can be complex, and it's important that we're open about our feelings. I'm here for both of you, and I want to support you. With a shared sense of relief, they leaned in closer, the intimacy of the moment enveloping them. Emma reached out, her hand resting on Jake's shoulder, and Lena felt a warmth spread through her as they shared a collective embrace. In that moment, the barriers that had once existed began to dissolve, and the three of them found solace in their connection. They spent the rest of the evening sharing stories, laughter, and tender touches, forging a bond that felt both exhilarating and comforting. As the night progressed, the boundaries began to blur. Our laughter faded as we leaned closer, drawn into the warmth enveloping us. The atmosphere felt thick with possibility, and that intoxicating mix of emotions unleashed something profound. Jake leaned in, his lips brushing against mine in a tentative kiss that ignited a spark, a fire I hadn't anticipated. As our kisses deepened, the night transformed into something sacred, an exploration of emotions that had long been tucked away. I could feel the warmth of both of their bodies surrounding me, and I surrendered completely to the moment. Each intimate exchange resonated with the connections we had forged, where touch became a celebration of all the love that had quietly blossomed beneath the surface. As the first light of dawn peeked through the window, I lay beneath the soft sheets, the warmth of both Jake and Lena beside me. I felt a swell of emotions as I soaked in this new reality, a feeling of liberation washing over me. We had ventured into a realm of intimacy that felt both exhilarating and right, and as I nestled closer to them, I realized that every smile exchanged and every shared kiss had rewritten the narrative of our lives. However, beneath the warmth lingered the undeniable questions: how would we navigate this connection when summer ended? What paths would lie ahead for our newly bonded trio? I felt a mix of excitement and caution as we embarked on this adventure, knowing fully that the world outside remained fraught with challenges. As the summer days slipped by, our bond evolved. Moving in perfect synchrony, we would spend nights wrapped in laughter, days marked by playful exploration. Our adventures often involved shared moments away from prying eyes, quiet beach outings, or late-night talks under the stars. One sunny afternoon, we ventured out to the beach again, eager to relish the joy of summer. The beach was alive with people enjoying the sun, but we found our secluded spot, where laughter and the sound of waves enveloped us like a warm embrace. "Let's go for a swim," Jake suggested, and without hesitation, I nodded in agreement. The three of us splashed into the refreshing water, the ocean wrapping around us like a soft embrace. Each wave that crashed against us sent laughter echoing through the air, creating a sense of joy and freedom that felt intoxicating. After some time, we floated on our backs, watching the clouds drift lazily overhead. The warmth of the sun wrapped around us, and I turned my head to find Jake glancing at me. His blue eyes sparkled with mischief, and my heart raced at his unexpected gaze. As we headed back to our towels, the playful energy lingered in the air. I could feel a growing connection with both Lena and Jake, an intimacy that felt both thrilling and confusing. The dynamics were shifting and expanding in unexpected ways, but amidst the warmth, I felt a sense of comfort. Later that evening, we returned to our beach house. The porch was lit with a soft glow, inviting us to settle in for a cozy evening. Lena suggested we prepare dinner together, an idea that sparked excitement within me. Cooking was a chance to share and bond, a way to deepen our connection. We gathered ingredients, laughter spilling from our lips as we turned the kitchen into our stage. When dinner was ready, we ate together on the porch, the sun setting behind us and casting a rosy hue over everything. After dinner, Lena poured each of us a glass of wine. "To new adventures," she proposed, lifting her glass high. We clinked our glasses together, the sound ringing through the evening air. As the night unfolded, the wine flowed, and so did the laughter. The atmosphere grew warmer with every shared joke and stolen glance. I could feel the tension simmering beneath the surface, electrifying every movement and interaction. "Let's play a game," Jake suggested, grinning widely. "How about truth or dare?" "I'm in." Lena laughed, her eyes sparkling mischievously as she leaned forward. As the game progressed, the truths revealed became progressively bolder, and the dares took on a life of their own. Lena dared Jake to confess his biggest crush, which led to playful teasing in return. "Mom, it's definitely not you," he grinned, laughter erupting around us. When it was my turn, I dared Lena to reveal something about her past that might surprise us. She leaned in closer, a playful glint in her eye. "Well, when I was in high school, I had a major crush on one of my teachers. We had a summer romance that was unforgettable." The laughter subsided for a moment, and I felt the air shift. With a hint of boldness, I leaned in. "What if we had our own summer adventure?" Jake's eyes lit up with mischief. "What do you mean by that?" "In this moment, right here, right now," I replied, feeling a surge of adrenaline as I looked at both of them. "Why not explore the chemistry between us? We're all adults, after all." Lena and Jake exchanged glances, and a thrill rippled through me. "I'm game if you both are," Lena said playfully, a sense of daring sparking in her voice. As the night progressed, the boundaries began to blur. Our laughter faded as we leaned closer, drawn into the warmth enveloping us. The atmosphere felt thick with possibility, and that intoxicating mix of emotions unleashed something profound. Jake leaned in, his lips brushing against mine in a tentative kiss that ignited a spark, a fire I hadn't anticipated. As our kisses deepened, the night transformed into something sacred, an exploration of emotions that had long been tucked away. I could feel the warmth of both of their bodies surrounding me, and I surrendered completely to the moment. Each intimate exchange resonated with the connections we had forged, where touch became a celebration of all the love that had quietly blossomed beneath the surface. As the first light of dawn peeked through the window, I lay beneath the soft sheets, the warmth of both Jake and Lena beside me. I felt a swell of emotions as I soaked in this new reality, a feeling of liberation washing over me. We had ventured into a realm of intimacy that felt both exhilarating and right, and as I nestled closer to them, I realized that every smile exchanged and every shared kiss had rewritten the narrative of our lives. However, beneath the warmth lingered the undeniable questions: how would we navigate this connection when summer ended? What paths would lie ahead for our newly bonded trio? I felt a mix of excitement and caution as we embarked on this adventure, knowing fully that the world outside remained fraught with challenges. As the summer days slipped by, our bond evolved. Moving in perfect synchrony, we would spend nights wrapped in laughter, days marked by playful exploration. Our adventures often involved shared moments away from prying eyes, quiet beach outings, or late-night talks under the stars. One sunny afternoon, we ventured out to the beach again, eager to relish the joy of summer. The beach was alive with people enjoying the sun, but we found our secluded spot, where laughter and the sound of waves enveloped us like a warm embrace. "Let's take a swim," Jake suggested, his excitement contagious. Lena and I exchanged glances filled with playful mischief, and we agreed, running into the water without a second thought. As the waves rolled around us, I felt alive, the thrill of the ocean washing away any lingering doubts. Afterward, we lay together on the sand, salty and sun-kissed, basking in the warmth of the sun. I could feel the shifting dynamic in the air. There was a newfound intimacy that seemed to thrum beneath the surface, just waiting to be unveiled. As night fell, we returned to the beach house, the sound of the waves echoing around us. We lit candles on the porch, the flickering light creating an intimate atmosphere wrapped in the warmth of companionship. "Let's make tonight special," I suggested, excitement bubbling within me. "Agreed," Lena replied, her smile bright. "What do you have in mind?" "Let's share what we cherish about one another," I proposed, feeling the momentum building. Over dinner, accompanied by soft music and the gentle murmur of the ocean, we each took turns sharing heartfelt memories of our time together. As Jake spoke, the sincerity in his voice washed over us. "I've loved growing up with both of you. You've shaped who I am today," he said, his gaze turning serious, holding mine. After the dishes were cleared, I leaned closer into the intimacy of the moment, feeling the warmth radiating between us. What if we all agreed to embrace this connection fully? For a moment, silence hung thick in the air, filled with unspoken words and longing. The spark of excitement ignited as Lena moved closer, her eyes alight with possibility. "I'm open to exploring it," she said softly. "I want that too," Jake chimed in, his voice steady and filled with emotion. The warmth of the evening wrapped around us as we shared meaningful whispers, sensing that the boundaries of our relationship were about to blur even further. We leaned in closer, emotions igniting as we captured the magic of the moment with another tender kiss. In the days that followed, we ventured into uncharted waters, allowing love and connection to unfold unencumbered. Each kiss between us became a celebration of the journey we had taken together, awakening exhilarating intimacy that drew us closer. Our family bond transformed into something extraordinary, filled with vulnerability, joy, and love. And the beauty of shared experiences and understanding enriched our lives, revealing layers we had not anticipated. But every beautiful moment bore the weight of consequence. As summer began to fade, casting vibrant hues across the landscape, I couldn't shake the reality of what awaited us. How would we face the world that lay beyond our sanctuary? One evening, as we huddled together on the couch with hot cocoa, I felt the need to address it again. "Can we talk about what happens next?" I asked, heart racing as I anticipated their responses. "Absolutely," Jake replied, leaning forward, concern etched across his features. "The deeper we go, the more complicated it becomes," I confessed, feeling the vulnerability rising within me. True, but love is worth fighting for, Lena added, her eyes reflecting the determination to face the future together. We can't deny how special this is. With that agreement, we vowed to navigate whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, we faced our fears, unearthing the depths of intimacy we had begun to explore. As I lay next to Jake one beautiful night under a blanket of stars, I felt an immense sense of gratitude swell within me. It was a gift to love, to be loved, and to share this intimate journey with both him and Lena. In the quiet of the night, I knew this was just the beginning of a love story overflowing with possibility, a testament to the beauty of human connections and the unfolding journey of our hearts. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Your support means a lot to us. See you in the next video.